Hello and welcome everybody to the draft recap of the UPBA for season 4. We're back in the UPBA. You already see this little pink thing over there. This is my Mew. This is gonna be my quotation mark Uber for the season. Yep, we kinda got drafted. We're in a 16-person draft as the 16th pick in a league where semi-Ubers are allowed, and there are exactly 15 usable semi-Ubers in my opinion. So yeah, we didn't got an Uber in an Uber's draft. Basically, this is we had better times. Let me tell you that. Um, Nonetheless, I will try my best to get through this league. I will try my best to play out of my mind, do the plays we need to make in order to do whatever we want and ever we need to succeed. As you can see down there, there's a hell of competition in my division alone with Webster's. I think that's Luke Sanse, Draco, Kelly, Jay, Sally Mumble, Shakewaza, Matt O'Shea, D-Ray, Wolfer, Aqua. Yeah, this is madness. This is literally just madness. Um, but besides that, we kind of did draft some fun ones. We don't have like the per se best team there was on this channel. We don't have per se most fun team, but we have a team. And let's face it, every team with Mew is gonna do something. Whether it be good or bad, we're about to find out. And the whole mission is to not make this another Color Tournament of Champions thingy, okay? We need at least want some wins here. So yeah, we drafted Mew. If I would be in a scenario to explain you what Mew does, I probably would be better playing against Mew. So I know Mew does everything for you. Mew can be defensive, offensive, setup, Scarfer, pivoting, it can have hazards, it can do madness like I use it most of the times. There's a lot of shit this thing could do. We don't start by explaining what everything it could do, but it's gonna do something. And if your opponent happens to prepare for the wrong Mew, which happens pretty easy since there's so much Mew could do, there could be danger. No one is really gonna be able to predict what Mew does until it does something. So I think it was kind of worth as a first pick when others picked up things like Reshiram, Genesect, Naganadel. We had Blaziken allowed. We had a lot of shit allowed. But yeah. Since I had a wheel pick, I was thinking about what else I could pick here. And there was one mon that is semi-Uberish, I would say. It's normally not allowed in normal leagues. So theoretically I have an Uber, but it's a bad Uber in my opinion. But I picked it up just to have any chance to compete with those other Ubers. Like, in the slightest. We picked up Summer Center Ground. I know, this thing is bad. No, it's not bad. It has phenomenal stats. It has an okay move pool. But the biggest thing on this thing is that it doesn't get body press, which it should get, in my opinion. But maybe it would be too strong then. Who knows? But yeah, Summer Center Ground. And probably the best switch into knockoffs. Knockoff, you switch this thing in, and it's absolutely going to do anything. You can knock off this item. You cannot. It doesn't hit it super effective. It gets the automatic defense boost. All that fun stuff. It has a good attack stat. It has a good special attack stat. It is extremely fast. The only thing it's lackluster on is the special attack. Even though its special coverage is better than its physical coverage with stuff like Moonblast and shit. Um, it does get exactly two setup moves, being Howl and Work Up, which both are not the best here, let's be honest. But it is probably the one mon that's bulky enough to abuse Howl. Let's say it like that. That isn't a good thing. This is absolutely not a good thing, but it could do that. The only problem with it is obviously it doesn't have any recovery. It does not have any momentum. It does not have a lot of moves it could use. It exists. It can take hits, and that's about it. Even though it was my favorite box art of the both. I hate Zacian. I absolutely hate Zacian. But yeah, let's move on with the next pick, which is kind of interesting at that point. We decided to pick up Tapu Bulu. The whole reason why I picked up Tapu Bulu here is because I wanted to have recovery on the Summer Center. Also, it's a fairy type and it pairs well with it, but yeah, it gives me recovery on this thing. Meaning, it's gonna help me out stay alive on a bulky mon like that. Also, it's a Bulu, it hits like a fucking truck, it's a fairy type without fairy coverage, which is amazing. I mean, I can after all run Dazzling Clean, but we're not gonna get like, you know, player off, because that would be too good, apparently. But yeah, we with this thing we also get a somewhat cleric and a switch into powder type moves and leech seeds and shit. Also get a wall breaker for mons my team yet to struggle with, which is about to change since I have the potentially best wall breaker in the game in my opinion. And we can just jump right into that one, I think. It is the one and only, the legendary, the man, the myth, the legends, Mr. Draco. Theoretically, in the eyes of Smogon, this is my second Uber I have, since it's in Ubers right now. And yeah, it's a Draco Wish, man. It's always the same shit here. Whenever I draft them on like that, I'm like, it's a Draco Wish, guys. It's gonna click Fishes Red. What else is it gonna do? You cannot expect me to make things up when I talk about a Draco Wish. We all know what it does. It clicks Fishes and kills like 90% of the game, and the other 10% is gonna get to it KO probably, except they have Water Absorb or Tank Growth, or Melodic maybe. But yeah, speaking of the Melodic, we have a Santa Scotch. I at some point should make notes of what I drafted and when I drafted shit, so I don't have scenarios like that. Yeah, I drafted the Santa Scotch. Why did I draft it? I actually cannot remember my reasoning behind it. Probably because it was super cheap and I thought I was going super top heavy at that point, so I needed like a bit of point buffer. And I actually do like Santa Scotch. It has a phenomenal um usage is the wrong word. It has this really cool mechanic with Fire Lash into coverage moves, since it gets a lot of coverage moves. And a Fire Lash into a coverage moves is gonna kill 90% of the things that switch into it, which is super amazing because Fire Lash drops the drops the defense, and then the coverage moves is most likely gonna pick it up. It could run some setup moves like Coil, but really it is not bulky enough to abuse those stats it would get from that, and it doesn't really need accuracy. So like standard 4 attacks, heavy duty boots are probably the thing to go on this thing. Maybe there are some cool sets I can figure out with it, but I do like Scotch ever since I saw it, and in my opinion, it's probably one of the cooler mons we got in Gen 8. Yeah. Also, it's a bug type with Flash Fire, which is super cool, and it really helps it out a lot, making sure it can wall like specific mons that otherwise would pretty much hurt it to death. And like I said, Fire Lash is a cool move, and it's a good wall breaker. Let's move on with, I don't know what it's gonna be, the next snake-like thingy. Sanaconda. I need a ground type, and yet again I was still thinking, oh, my points do look super bad right now, and I need to pick up load things. Excuse me, I'm gonna just take a drink real quick. Sorry, I got like sore throat, I guess. Um, but yeah, we got Sanaconda. I need a ground type. It gives me somewhat access to sand for the Draco Wish, if I ever decide to run that. It's another Colmon, I guess. It has Claire, which is super cool. Claire is like one of the best status moves in my opinion, because it cannot miss. It can hit electric types, and it's just amazing. But yeah, besides that, no, is Claire an orb type move or type move? I'm pretty sure it's an orb type move. Yeah, it is an orb type move. Yeah, Shed Skin to use recover somewhat optimal. It can absorb status moves and just recover them if it gets lucky. And yeah, with all that being said, it's Sonic Honda, and it's gonna do what it has to do. Getting in, sponging hits, get up rocks, paralyze something maybe, and then, you know, just be annoying, I guess. Like I said, I really was kind of fun about this draft all the time. But yeah, we're going to the next pick. It is my good old beloved Snorlax, and I just realized I don't even have my Melodic on this draft because my Melodic is in the other draft, in the INT. And now I kind of look like an idiot, but that's okay. I thought I drafted the Melodic with this team because Melodic would fit this team super well, I think. But yeah, we have Snorlax. Fat special wall since we have amazing physical wall. Only problem is they're both weak against fighting. Ghost. No, fighting. Fighting is the right thing to say. And I don't have the best fighting switches, I think. I don't know if I draft a ghost type in this one. I don't think I do. But anyway, move on. And yeah, Snorlax, amazing special wall, has good coverage, has setup opportunities. It's annoying, it's bulky, it's the perfect one in my opinion. No, not really the perfect one, but you know what I mean. But yeah, but it's getting really late into the draft, and my points do somewhat get shafted overall right here, because I kind of went super top heavy. I decided to go with Regieleki. I originally had a different one here. I'm pretty sure. I originally had Gyarados and Circuitry here, but I decided I needed a Rapid Spinner since I didn't have one at that point, or any sort of defog, and maybe a bit more bulk. So I dropped those two and picked up Regieleki as the first one, which gives me a spinner, it gives me a super good speed here, it gives me one amazing one if your opponent doesn't get a good ground type to the match, and it's just gonna claim stuff. It also gives me screens, reliability, and abuse my other monster setup on things. So that's kinda cool. And yeah, Regieleki is one of those one trick wonders. Even though it has multiple stats, but it's not gonna always shine. It's not gonna come all every game, but it's an amazing one after all. But yeah, let's move on with Nihilego. I never used the Nihilego. I just know it sets up meteor beams and sweep teams. That's what it always does, against me at least. And yeah, it's about mind games with this thing. It's like really, when is he gonna use the meteor beam? When is he gonna do something else? When is he gonna get nasty with this thing? There's a lot of things Nihilego can do, and I love the Nihilego. At least I think I do, because after all, I never used it. But yeah, um, it gives me grounded poison, it gives me a rock type, it gives me an ultra beast, which is super good to have in my opinion, because ultra beasts tend to get unstable pretty quick and are able to obliterate a team in the right scenario, which like no other Pokemon can do, maybe besides Spectre or yeah, Spectre. But yeah, I think this is now the last pick of my draft. It is a Mantine, because I wanted another defogger. I wanted a flying type. Because my team has got super ground weak, I think. I got somewhat ground weak with Nihilego, with some Santa, with Centiscore. No, Centiscore isn't even weak to it. Regieleki. Regieleki's the thing. But yeah. I think I've used the Mantine once in my life, and it didn't went too bad. I saw Sven use it phenomenal in ICP recently, which is super amazing. Also, it takes away like one of the big checks to Draco Wish, so no one else could have it. No one else drafted it anyway, so I just got it for myself because I wanted it. And yeah, with that being said, that's basically my draft summed up, I think. That's it. And I hope you guys like this team. I hope you are as hyped as I am to use it. We're gonna try our best to get as far as we can in this league, even though it's gonna be super hard with the competition and the lack of a really good Uber. I mean, there's a Reshiram running around. There are mons that definitely should not be here when a team like that exists. But yeah, we're gonna find a ways. We're gonna do it. We're gonna be able to push through and hopefully have some amazing matches. With that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video and catch you guys next time. Peace.